Welcome to Forage Drops. This is Lilian Silva, and today I'll be talking about grazing methods for cool season forage stands. So let's get started. So, just a recap: when you're going to plan for our cool season forage grazing, we're going to need to make sure that we allow the plants to establish before we turn the animals in, because that's going to be important to make sure that we allow them to have a root system developed, and then this is going to be impacting the production that we're going to have for that season, and how the plants are really able to regrow after each grazing event. In general, we are going to be able to be more intensive, manage the cool season forages, annual cool season forages more intensively, just because not be worried about persistence for annual plants. And but we do need to be mindful about the stable height that we're using, and also the interval of regrowth that we allow the plants to have, so we can really get the most of those species during this grazing season. Generally, when we're talking about annual season forages, we're going to be thinking about rotational management for grazing, which is just splitting a larger area into paddocks, smaller areas, and then rotating the animals through them, allowing the animals to stay for a given number of days. Usually, it can be between 2 to 7 days for each area, and then allow moving the animals to the next paddock, and then allowing that area to have a resting period that will usually for cool season forages be between 4 to 6 weeks. It really depends on the forage you're using, how fast they're growing, how much nutrients you're replenishing, and also the stable height that you're leaving behind. So all those things considered, we need to be adjusting our management strategies to that. So it's important that we really understand how to really balance those things out. Another way that we can be managing the grazing on cool season forages is using strip grazing. So strip grazing, it's literally we're going to be adjusting smaller strips, using temporary fence for the animals to be grazing those areas for a short period of time, and then moving them forward for them to be able to graze a new strip after move. Generally, we would be doing this for animals that we're going to be wanting them to perform higher, or as a source of allowing the animals to have access to a forage stand that have higher forage quality as well. This could be a couple of options why you would use strip grazing. Strip grazing is also used when we stockpile forages for grazing in early fall through early winter. And this is going to be a alternative to allow the animals to have access to high quality forage, and then by blocking their access to what was just graze, you are going to allow that to have a proper regrowth period, so you can really get the most of the forage on the next time that you're grazing that. Something that's really important to mention here is that there's confusion when some people think about strip grazing. You do not necessarily need to be grazing an area for 2 or 3 hours or less even to be called strip grazing. This can be an area that you're going to allow the animals to have access for a little longer than that. Could be a day even, or really a couple of days. Really depends on how large of strip you're giving to the number of animals that you're allocating to that area. This is important to mention because we need to be adjusting the stocking rate to the forage available there or the other way around. To understand this better and to know how to do both things, adjusting the stocking rate and measuring the forage mass you have available for grazing, please reach out to me. Please reach out to our local, your local extension agent. We do have some resources through our Clemson Forages and Livestock blog. So you can also what information have available there. These are important things, especially for those thinking about how I can also be working towards improving my soil fertility, soil health. It's important how we're doing this, but also we need to be mindful of the workload that it's allocated to this, to the level of management that's required and how that management should be done. It's important to understand those things and really know how to adjust those so you can get a benefit of what you're trying to do and do the best that will be contributing to those goals of improving fertility, improving soil health on the long term as well, and organic matter. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your watching it. Please check out the other videos we have available on the Forage Drops channel. Hope to see you on the next one. Thank you.